Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. My name is Jon Surtees, and welcome to the Kia Oval Outfield for Over and Out after day 4 of Surrey's victory over Yorkshire in the Rothesay County Championship. I'm joined today, I'm excited to say, by Surrey legend Ali Brown. He's been making his debut on the broadcast today. Ali, welcome.
How are you?
I'm very well. Surrey have won, and let me tell you by how much. Let me do the numbers before we get into talking about the day. They started 185 for 6. Yorkshire, they ended 229 all out, little over an hour later on. Surrey won by an innings and 28 runs. Nathan Smith 1 for 53. Matt Fisher 1 for 64. Tom Laws 3 for 42. Jordan Clark 4 for 45. 7 in the game for Jordan Clark. And Ryan Patel with a beautiful 1 for 7, which undoubtedly we will be talking about shortly. Overall, a Surrey victory by an innings and 28 runs, which is a wonderful start to 2 back-to-back home games against one of Surrey's oldest rivals in the country. I say, delighted to be joined by Surrey legend Ali Brown, making his debut on commentary today. Ali, what did you make of that? Short but sweet.
Yeah, it was good fun. I didn't get a wicket on my stint, but I thought, I thought we bowled very well. We bowled in good areas, and it was a dominant win.
Certainly was, and I mean the majority of the hard work had been done on night 3 when you weren't here. So there was only a minimal amount of actual cricket to discuss today. But just take us maybe from your perspective a little bit into the rivalry between Surrey and Yorkshire. They're 2 massive counties, 2 very proud counties with a huge amount of silverware in the cupboard. Take us what does it mean for Surrey to have Yorkshire come to the Oval and beat them by an innings?
I think the toad in the hole on the food menu is Surrey stuffed Yorkshire from memory, but look, it goes back to the 50s and beyond. 2 of the biggest counties with some of the best records in the country, and it's obviously a big win.
And as I say, not a huge amount of cricket has been played today. Surrey very much came along and did the job today. But just your initial, we're going to be lucky enough to have you with us. I think hopefully a few more times going forward over the course of the season. But your initial take on the current Surrey squad and what you think they could be capable of.
Well, I think they're capable of anything. Obviously, they've shown the last 3 years, how strong they are. It's a very strong. There's a lot of depth in there, and I think the other sides that they're going to challenge are going to have to do very well. I know they played on some flat wickets when they go away, and the home form is very important. But you've still got still winning games, and probably second or third at the moment. With Damrell sort of come back into the side, and I think it's exciting times ahead.
Yeah, I haven't gone into the details of the county championship table yet because Nottinghamshire and Durham are still playing. So do look that up once you finish listening to this podcast. See where the table has settled after this round. But yeah, hopefully, looks like draw is probably the most likely result there at the moment. But who knows what could happen this afternoon on that one. As we're joined by a flight coming over the Kia Oval. Anyone who knows this ground as well as me and Ali do will be aware that is a common occurrence here. Ali, debut today on the broadcast, debut also on this podcast, Over and Out. We have some questions that we ask every day. I'm going to ask you these questions. Let me get your takes, please. Ali Brown, your moment of the day today, please.
I think Ryan Patel taking Johnny Bairstow was the key moment of the day. I think if Johnny had stayed around for a while, it could have been a far more difficult task. But that was obviously for me that was the moment of the day.
I would agree with you on that moment of the day. I would go slightly further and say my moment of the day extended about 12 seconds after Ryan Patel disturbed Johnny's timbers, and he headed off sprinting towards Vauxhall at a pace I think that could have got him on the radar of Team GB. That was what a really wonderful, passionate celebration. I know Ryan Patel's a very popular player, popular bloke around the club, popular player amongst the fans, and you could see that you could see what it meant to him to get Johnny's name on his record. That was a really wonderful, passionate celebration afterwards. Again, Ali's tough day to make your debut given the amount of cricket that has taken place today. And we don't have too much to talk about, but give me a player of the day, please. And if you wanted to, maybe take a left field case on this, please feel free. But who's your player of the day?
Player. I mean, I think not just on today, but I think Jordan Clark's put in a very good performance throughout, just constantly hitting good areas, and at a time when it's not easy for on some of the wickets that we're playing on. I know. Here he's going to do a bit more than some of the flatter wickets they played away, but I think he's been very consistent all season and looked good.
I'll be honest, we're coming to the point where we might need to name that award after him. Ali, what gave you joy today?
I thought Mark Church's moustache was very competitive. Normally found in October, but for it to be showing itself in the summer, I haven't seen him for a while, so that was good to see. Good to catch up with him earlier today.
Shout out to Mark Church there, who made his Surrey broadcast debut for us at that incredible game between Surrey and the Blaze in the Metrobank Women's One Day Cup last week as well. So Church is still doing fantastic work ball by ball on the radio, and hopefully we'll be seeing him more and more on the Surrey broadcast this year on YouTube as well. I'm just going to freelance a little bit here and answer this question myself as well, just to say, again, what gave me joy was to see that Surrey victory, again, live on Sky Cricket this morning. The support Sky giving the County Championship this week is really appreciated, and as I say, hopefully we'll have got our wonderful game and our wonderful competition and our fantastic team out to many, many, many more people as well. So do keep spreading the word, and thank you to Sky. Ali, give us something to talk about.
Something to talk about would probably be Surrey's push for 4 and 4, which I think would be, it's definitely on the cards. They'll be favourites to do it. I think that's something. Not just the 4 and 4, but the potential to potentially be 7 and 7. That is something that is for me that could happen. I think 4 and 4 is something that we can really talk about. Yes, there's going to be some hard work when we go away, and I think we need to work out the best way to play on those flat wickets and the right way forward on that. But I think at home, Surrey are a very difficult side to beat, and that will be the case throughout the year.
Fighting talk from Ali Brown. We will return to YouTube. The broadcast will return. Surrey will return at the Keir Oval on Friday. We'll be on air shortly before 11 o'clock for Surrey against Essex. 21st century record crowd of over 14,000 people packed into the Keir Oval for this game this week, despite it only being an hour long this morning. So that's a record-breaking effort. Next week will be the Red Bull Festival of Cricket. There'll be plenty of stuff to enjoy around the ground. Surrey against Essex, fantastic game. Ali, why should you come down? Why should you tune in?
Because we're going to beat Essex. They're just coming off a loss against Worcester, and well, sides at home, we're a decent side to watch. So come and watch us.
Double duty on YouTube next Friday. Also Surrey against Durham in the T20 County Cup. That starts at 2:30 at Guildford Cricket Club. So if you don't want to come to the Keir Oval, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't want to come to the Keir Oval to watch Surrey against Essex in the County Championship, you've also got Surrey against Durham in the Women's T20 County Cup, 2:30 at Guildford Cricket Club. Also live on Surrey YouTube for that, as Johan Myberg's Surrey side go for finals day in that one. So that's the end of the thing today. That's the end of the thing. That's the end of the game today. It's a Surrey victory. It's an innings and 28 runs. My name's Jon Surtees. Alistair Brown, everybody. Alistair Brown. Surrey legend. Alistair Brown. Over and out.